Very, very, very sad day today. Um, it's a game nerd here. Um, just pretty much kind of got a sick feeling. Uh, kind of distraught. Um, Sad news. Uh, Wrestler Chyna passed away um, at a young age, only 45. Um, News was broke last night. As a fan and as out of respect, I didn't want to make nothing right away and try to capitalize off her death. Um, it's awful news, awful, awful. Uh, this is someone I grew up watching. Um, Someone I looked at as a pioneer. I'm not gonna say I'm a women's wrestling fan, but at as Chyna, her character, the way she pulled it off, the way she handled herself, the way she made these storylines great. The way she made her mark at that time when there were bigger stars in the industry. Mind you, she came in with Triple H, um, and I was young at that time. She made her mark. She, uh, you know, um, took what being a woman was to the next level. I mean, with power, uh, intimidating, very intimidating women. Um, but outside of with the role she played on TV, seemed like a very soft-spoken person. Um, Seemed like a real like gentle person. You got these people who are like larger than life, buff, big guys, and they be like teddy bears. Take Big Show for instance. He's one who is a intimidating guy when you see him, but this man, is gentle as a puppy type. Unless you get him mad. But um, sad, 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 man. I mean, China passes away at a young age, and I think this is kind of another black eye for WWE. Not getting more involved in the wrestlers' lives outside of the WWE. They have to turn to drugs and other sources to either deal with pain or just depression or everything. One of the biggest stories right now going on YouTube, on social media, is her passing. Is very, very sad. Like I said, it's someone I grew up watching. I've seen her from, the quiet type to more opening up, and you could tell the cosmetic changes she took, you know, and it's just sad, man. It's sad that she had to go in this route, go in this way. I mean, I know this is devastating for a lot of people. X-Pac, I know it's going to hit Triple H hard. I know it, um, because of the way everything went out. Not making amends. I understand having your. I understand being with Steph and having your family and everything like that. But this woman, uh, as his valet, propel him to some kind of legitimacy, as she was just she just reeked of power. And at the time, you've seen changes in Triple H too, becoming more bulkier, more bigger. And I know they worked out together, and I don't know, but I'm hoping, he wasn't the cause of, her becoming the way she was, because I could just, feel that, after Triple H, wasn't around, that it just seemed, she took a downward spiral. I'm not gonna say that because she was still effective with Eddie Guerrero, feuding with Jeff Jarrett, and like I said, seeing her in TNA in the early uh, 2010, 2011 year, around them years. You was thinking that maybe she was headed for some type of comeback, but shortly after that TNA run, things start changing, and like I say, very, very, very sad news out of the wrestling world. Um, and like I said, I hope WWE pays tribute to her in the right way. I think everyone is going to look at WWE in a more of negative light. I think this is not going to help them. I think this is going to damage, their credibility. I understand wanting to um, have a certain, view. They want to be more PG, stay away from the negative and stuff, but as many of commentators and guys have talked about, is that there are a lot of people who have done a lot worse than what Chyna have done and are in the Hall of Fame. That's all she wanted. She I don't want to say begged of it, but she needed it. I think she needed it on her own part to kind of uh, feel accepted, feel appreciated. And I understand that. She needed to be appreciated. There's no woman ever who could step in that ring with that type of skill, that type of power, that type of intimidation, that type of respect. I mean, you have women like Jacqueline and Sable, but these women weren't of China's caliber. There will never be a woman who will come along between those ropes in that ring that can match the power, the awesomeness, the big time, the real meaning of being a superstar. And China was a superstar. China is and will be up there with Shawn Michaels, not in the ring of far as like you know um, wrestling wise and moves and all that, but I mean far as being a superstar, entertaining. Um, like I said, when China picked up and slammed these guys, clothesline these guys, she demanded, you know, delight. And, there will never be a woman like China. And that's the remorse I'm feeling right now. I'm kind of have a pit in my stomach. I have a lump in my throat. This is very hard. This is very sad. This is very cheap. This is very hurtful. I mean, for real wrestling fans and for real people who respect what they do. This is sad. This is very sad. This is horrible. This is, something I never thought, WWE would stoop this low. And I really do hope Vince and Triple H and Stephanie and whoever else had anything to do with her feeling the way she felt and, taking something she worked so hard to get. Because when China first came, people didn't really accept her. Like, what is this? You know, this Amazon. But she made herself a superstar. China was a superstar. Uh, you know, I hate this happened. Again, I'm gonna cut this video short. Rest in peace, China. Passed at the age of 45 yesterday. You guys have a good day.